So they probably don't want me. So I'll just never mind. Cause I know when you put out your thing, I was at first like, oh, I really want to, but I don't know if I can because I don't know if I'm good enough.
Welcome to the Empowered Podcast. I'm Alex, and today I'm here with Catalyst Shirley. Welcome, Shirley.
I
Today we're going to be discussing why Shirley continues to play disc golf and how to get sponsored as a beginner player. So first, Shirley, tell us, why do you play disc golf?
Oh, there's so many reasons. Where to start? I love nature. So it's being outdoors. I love to explore. It's all about exploring and going new places. And I feel like there's so many disc golf courses around the every state that you get to go and adventure. So not only are you going on like a vacation, but you're also going to go play a round of disc golf at a new course and see how they have it set up. Um, I play disc golf because disc golf has been there for me a lot. Um, like during exciting moments in my life, during hard times in my life. I know that there were moments where like something would be stressful in my life or whatever was going on that was really hard for me. I was able to go out to the course and forget all of it. You could just forget it. You could have fun with your friends. You could have fun with meeting new people, and you could play a round of disc golf. And sometimes the shot would be great and sometimes it would be horrible, but it didn't matter because you were still having fun. And I never played sports as a kid or when I was a teenager. And I didn't think I could. And I was made to believe that I couldn't play sports because I was too clumsy or I was a girl. Girls don't do that. So when I was introduced to disc golf and I had some really good shots, it made me feel really confident, like I did something really awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
You
I
know,
have felt the same way. I also didn't play sports. I feel like I would try something once, and if I wasn't automatically awesome at it, I didn't do it because I was a girl, or it wasn't naturally meant for me to do. And disc golf gave me that same feeling.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I could go on and on and on. I love disc golf. It's like everywhere in my life now. So
That's awesome. Disc golf is life. So and you played in your first tournament last year?
played at the Disc Beyond Recreation tournament, and it was just it wasn't a sanctioned tournament,
Mhm.
and that was really exciting. And that was really hard. I went into it knowing that it was going to be difficult because it was on a ski hill.
No, some courses definitely require a bit more of a physical ability or endurance.
Mhm.
So how did you decide to go from, being a recreational player and finally getting into the tournament scene to start applying for sponsorships?
So I got serious, a little more serious, and I wasn't like serious, like, oh, I want to go play tournaments right away. I was like, I really love this sport, and I'm going to start making my own Instagram for it because I want to like just have one focus for it. And then I started becoming friends with a lot of other discers, and then they were in tournaments and women were playing in tournaments, and I was seeing the pros and it just looked fun, and everybody was posting their pictures like, look at this. And I was like, oh gosh, I don't know if I could do it. And then for Christmas my husband bought me a membership for the PDGA last year,
Mm.
and that's when I was like, okay, I'm ready. It was like, I really want to see where I can take this and how far I can go with it. I know I'm not great, but I'm only going to compete against myself. And
Mhm.
that's what my main focus was, just to compete and see how well I could do for me.
Yeah. And then from there, did you think it's time to start looking for sponsorships through companies, or how did that come about for you necessarily?
Ah, I didn't even think I was able to get a sponsorship. I didn't think anything of it. But you, my favorite company, maybe I shouldn't say that out loud. Um, because I remember when I had my personal Instagram and I saw you and I saw your products, and I was like the only woman that I knew out in my community at the time, because it's very small and we weren't becoming integrated into the social media world as much that I saw.
Yeah.
Um, because I think Corona helped that a lot, helped everybody kind of branch out more into social media. But I only knew of me, and I barely ever saw women out on the course. And then I saw you on Instagram, and I started following you. And then when you said you were going to start having sponsorship, I was like, well, I kind of have to do that.
Yeah.
And then we hooked up, and then somebody else mentioned Kestrel disc golf. And so I was like, okay, they're family oriented. That's cool. And then just kind of went from there. Once you get in one, then you're like, oh, I want another one. Oh, another one.
Yes, and
But
this is a great point. And like I feel a lot of people are almost afraid to even make that initial jump into applying for sponsorships. And then you realize, oh, the companies, benefit from having me on the team just as much as, I want to be on the team. And it
yeah.
takes that first step.
Yeah. And I really want to be a part of a team that's actually means a lot to me personally, like empowering women, and then Throw Pink, helping with women's health. That's just awesome. So it's like really, 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 really exciting to be a part of this big team across the United States, across all over the place, the world. Yeah.
And how difficult were the applications, do you feel?
Not difficult at all. They were pretty easy. They had a lot of fun questions that ask you about yourself. Not that I like talking about myself a lot, but they were like, what kind of music do you like or something?
Yeah.
So
things you know the answers to.
yeah, there you go. Like this, like asking questions about disc golf. Well, I could tell you anything.
Yeah. So you decided you picked the companies that you felt the closest connection with and that you had probably been following for some time already, depending, I believe, probably Throw Pink and Empowered.
I had been following you for a long time, but Throw Pink, I don't know. I saw them a couple times, and then I saw that they were accepting applications, and somebody said, hey, look at this. They're looking for people in your state. And I was like, oh, yeah. So it was pretty exciting.
Yeah, sometimes it takes someone telling you that something is out there and that you would be good for it. And unfortunately, I feel that happens a lot with women, especially in our sport, because we are such a smaller niche. We don't see as many women doing, these sorts of things. And you almost feel like, I don't know if I'm good enough to apply to that.
Yeah. Well, and how often are you seeing companies going and reaching out to women or saying, hey, we want a lot of women in here too. They want, and I'm not saying, well, I'll say it. They want guys who play good and play well. And then we're sitting here on the sideline going, so they probably don't want me. So I'll just never mind. Cause I know when you put out your thing, I was at first like, oh, I really want to, but I don't know if I can because I don't know if I'm good enough. And then you reached out to me and said, hey, apply for this.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, she wants me. Okay, good. So I was super excited.
You're literally like the only person I reached out to because I was just like, this girl, she has been, one of my just favorite, just Instagram, like.
I want to think that I'm your top fan.
I would say so. And I'm like, how could she not be applying to be a part of the crew? You're basically
Confidence.
already an amazing representative. And actually, that's when it hit me. There's probably a lot of women out there who don't even understand how much a company just benefits from having them on the team, from you guys just wearing our brand gear, supporting us, doing a shout out. Like, companies need you just as much as you want to be a part of it, especially smaller companies. Like, I want to make sure to encourage all of you, women especially, during the hashtag respect her game era of disc golf. Every company is going to be wanting to grow their women's focus of apparel and gear and members on their teams. So I'm not even sure how to empower women, I mean, I hope this podcast does. You just need to apply. We all want you.
Yeah, yeah. That was an exciting moment. I'm not gonna lie. Because I was like, well, I don't play that well. And I'm just like this little bitty person living in Minnesota where it's cold. And I don't know, but I love her and I love her stuff and I love what she's doing and I want to help. And I'm already going into social work. So, I mean, this has got to tie in.
And what are you finding as benefits to being sponsored?
Merchandise. That's what I love the most because I like to wear my heart on my sleeve. I like to wear my passion and I like to show off what I like. So being able to go around town and just be like, look at me, I play disc golf. I
I love
love disc golf.
it.
You should play it too. But the other part, which is equally as wonderful, is the community, getting connected with the other women and other people. And I love that part too, because I like meeting new people and I like making new friends. And I feel like the internet helps us to grow. And through sponsorships, we're able to connect with people who have the same passions and interests as us. That,
Absolutely. I feel like I would have never met just even all the girls on the team had it not been for Instagram. Instagram has
yeah,
been a huge push for just building the empowered community. It wouldn't have been possible any other way. From there, we can jump to the importance of social media. I know you stated that you made an Instagram specifically for disc golf.
because I know that sometimes on Instagram, when other people have their disc golf Instagram, they also want to have just a disc golf Instagram and they want to see just disc golf content. So I felt like I could get in touch with more disc golfers if I had disc golf only content. And yeah, sometimes I veer off and post something that's I like.
No, and I think that's a great point. If you're interested in getting a sponsorship, having a specific disc golf related Instagram is always beneficial. It is unfortunately and fortunately the way that the world is going and something that businesses are going to be looking at.
Yeah, and I didn't know that at first. So when I was approached for getting sponsors, I realized it was also because of my Instagram and my followers, who I all love, all of them. And I've met so many amazing, great people, and oh, it's just the community is so wonderful. Um, but it also helped me to get sponsors,
Mhm.
and then it helps me to post my sponsor content. So I liked it.
You have to get on social media. It's just the way of the world. There's no getting around it.
And there's nothing wrong with social media. Social media helps you to connect with people. Like if you work a job with 30 people, the likelihood of a bunch of them playing disc golf is going to be slim. But if you, and maybe liking the color red, I'm just going to use that as an example. But if you go on social media, you can probably find 100 people who love the color red and play disc golf, and you guys are going to connect so well.
Mhm.
So why not?
Absolutely. That is what social media is for, networking, making friendships, and
Yes.
it's not going away. Perfect. Moving on from there, do you have any last additional tips for newer players who are looking to kind of get into that sponsored world?
Like their content, like their content, like their content. If you want to get sponsored by a certain person or any company, you get to know them and their background and you like their stuff and they share their stuff and you just kind of show them that you're there.
Yeah.
Just kind of be known.
Hmm. And social media, again, great way to do that. Having your profile, following the companies that you like, and then that also notifies you as to when they are putting out applications. So following them is definitely beneficial, both to be informed with what's going on and what kind of content they like to repost.
Yep.
All right. So for most companies, sponsorships normally occur towards the end of the year. Be sure to keep an eye out on whatever company you want to be sponsored by, apply with them, and just go for it. Honestly, They need you just as much as you want to be a part of the team. And before we let you go, Shirley, where can we find you on social media?
I'm on Facebook, Shirley Van Vleet, and I'm on Instagram, Disc Squirrel.
Perfect. And I'll have them linked and listed below as well for you guys, so you can jump in and follow her. She's super interactive, especially on Instagram. I love following her page, so be sure to check it out.